I got to my hotel yesterday late afternoon after my doctor's appointment, and the room was musty. Just, I was like, screw this. The 6-inch letters on the LED board that says the number, your number, I couldn't read them from 18 feet away. The issue with my eyes seems to be a common theme was me. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Air conditioning is running in the next door, both sides of me, so I hope it's not too loud. I'm not using my external mic. Well, I got to my, I'll start backwards. I got to my hotel yesterday late afternoon after my doctor's appointment, and the room was musty. Just, I was like, screw this. So I'm at FX now. Wind's kind of blowing so much I'm worried about my tripod kicking over. But so the reason I came down to Pattaya was for my 1-month eye follow-up. And about a week and a half ago, my eyes started getting fuzzy, like fog, like I'm driving through fog. Progressively worse. 2 days before I came down, I went to immigration, and because I was in the area, and I thought, what the hell, I'll just do a walk-in 90-day check-in instead of doing it online. And the 6-inch letters on the LED board that says the number, your number, I couldn't read them from 18 feet away, 20 feet tops. I mean, I was like, and you can't squint. Squinting doesn't do shit because the lenses are artificial. So when you squint, you're changing the shape of your eye. But when you squint with artificial lenses in, it doesn't change. The shape of your eye changes, but the lens doesn't change. So that wouldn't help. You see that? It's blowing. I kind of got my hand on it. I'm just going to hold it. Should tape the sucker down. Anyway, the issue with my eyes seems to be a common theme was me. I didn't listen to my doctor's instructions. Right after surgery, I was prescribed an antibiotic, a steroidal anti-inflammatory, and another drop to bring down the pressure in my right eye. And I called her up and said, my eyes are foggy. So she suggested I go to the Chiang Rai, Bangkok Hospital, Chiang Rai, and see the optometrist there. Bring all my paperwork and see what's up. So those antibiotics I was supposed to take, antibiotics and anti-inflammatory, and the one for the pressure, I was supposed to take 4 times a day. So number 1, antibiotic in each eye. 5 minutes later, anti-inflammatory. And then 4 times a day. So spread that out 4 times. And then the other drop for the pressure, once in the morning and once at night. That was the regimen. And natural tears if I needed them. Well, it turns out, okay, I took them longer than she told me to stop taking them in a month. 1 month, stop. But I went up to the other doctor, and the other doctor said, well, I'm going to cut that in half, okay, so 2 times a day for those, the antibiotic and anti-inflammatory, and then 2 times a day for the pressure. And then he added another drop for pressure once in the evening. Okay, so that's the new regimen. And my eyes kept getting foggier and foggier. And I was really getting concerned because I couldn't read the frickin' at baggage claim. I couldn't read the number until I was like 5 feet from it. Seriously, I was trying to read shit on the airplane. I couldn't see. It just got progressively blurrier as the tube, went down. So when I was on the airplane, so I went directly from the airport to the hospital, and she immediately said, no. You were supposed to stop taking those steroidal anti-inflammatories and the other stuff at 1 month. And for some reason I missed that boat. Okay. Trying to lean in on this frickin' tripod. Anyway, so what was happening, she said this, you're just getting into a vicious cycle. As you start getting better, the steroids start making it worse. It can actually damage your cornea. So I'm making myself worse by continuing my medication. So she immediately took me off all of that, and boy, that breeze feels good. Anyway, so she immediately took me off of that and put me on the artificial tears every 2 hours, waking hours, okay? 2 hours, every 2 hours throughout the day. So I have my alarm set for every 2 hours. Beeps, I put drops in. Now, I have an anti-inflammatory, a new one, that's non-steroid. I take that once in the morning and once at night, so it's easy peasy, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. And then at bedtime, I have a gel in the squeeze tube. I thought it'd be like grease, but it's just a thickened liquid. So you drop it in your eye, and then after a few blinks, it's cleared up. It's not like you're got Vaseline on your eyes or something. So that's it. So 2 times a day I take the anti-inflammatory, and once at night I take the gel in both eyes. And so I see her next week, and I should be well improved by then. And she said, I really want to see you in 2 weeks. I said, I can come back down, not a problem. Or I can stay here, because I brought enough meds and clothes and everything for a month. She said, no, there's no reason for that. I can send you to she didn't say co-worker, but a friend of mine. She went to medical school with her, and she works at a hospital in Chiang Rai. And she called her up and said, I have a patient, I'm going to refer him to you. He'll be calling you. For when it's time for a 2-week follow-up, I'll go see her in Chiang Rai. Perfect. So she'll have all my history already, all that stuff. I just go to the hospital and sign in, and there you go. Check the time here. Okay, they're already, after 24 hours, they're already showing improvement. Because yesterday there would be no way that I could read the time on the phone here. So I'm happy about that. Excuse me. So gonna drink my coffee. I was on a video call and I made a new cup of coffee. And I forgot to put ice or cold water in it. And I went and guzzled a mouthful and burned the shit out of my roof of my mouth and my tongue. It's like, oh my God, that hurts. I sucked on an ice cube for a while and put a couple ice cubes in, and now the coffee's fine. But I'll tell you what, man, that was a wake-up call. But anyway, so I'll be here a week, give or take a couple days, and I'm in the same room that I'm always in. The Easter egg I threw in that one time, the painting, turning all 3 of them upside down. They're still upside down. What I'll do is I'll take a still shot. After this video, I'll take a still shot of the way it is now, and then I'll rotate them to the way they're supposed to be. Pretty funny, actually. But that's basically it. That's the update. So I don't have a date for the States because there's a discussion on a funerals, the date of the funeral, okay? Because my sister wants to allow for people from out of town to come in. Everybody's busy, everybody's got a life, things like that. School's starting back up for people, and so she's gonna coordinate with the major family members, and then when she has a date, then I'll make my booking. So at the moment I don't have a booking, and it's for my niece that had the brain tumor. She's finally in well, she wasn't in any pain, but she couldn't remember shit after the surgery, because it was in her frontal cortex and where her memory works. So she basically could barely remember me. But anyway, she's in a better place anyway, a better situation. Because she was a straight shooter, man. Never drank, never did drugs, never smoked. Nothing. Just went to school, went to university, got her master's in London. She did her last year in London. And was, boom, picked up just like that in the States. Google, couple of different NGOs. I mean, she was doing really good, and then she got a brain tumor, just like Steady Eddie, glioblastoma. Treatment, whether they go in or they gamma knife it, however they do it, your survival rate is 2 to 5. They give you 2 to 5 years, period. And she was 29 when she had her first one gamma knifed out. And she lasted to 42 years old. When they did the first one, they burned with the gamma knife. You put that halo on and it secures your head. And then they precision laser burn that tumor. Well, while they were doing that, they burned approximately 3 cubic centimeters worth of her brain out, in addition to the tumor. So from that point on, she couldn't work. She had lost her short-term memory, some of her long-term memory. So it was pathetic, But then it came back about a year and a half ago, and they opted to go in. It was like I said, in her frontal lobes, and went in, and after 7 hours of surgery, they called the ball. They said, no, it's too far in. It's part of her brain now, and we can't remove anymore. So from then it's radiation and chemo. And for me, I've always said this: quality over quantity. Tops 2 to 5. She beat the odds on the first time around, but she couldn't work. She couldn't live her life like a normal person. So, yeah, it really sucks. She was the best of them. Yeah. One of my favorite nieces, by far. So my sister's going through hell right now, but I'm not going back just to wait around 2 months or a month or 3 weeks for a service. I'll go back when the time is right, and I might leave it kind of open-ended, depending on how rough things are for people. It's only money. I said I wouldn't go back. When I came back the last time, I was a little pissed off, but we can get into that later if you don't know already. But I'm going to go back, even though I said I wouldn't. I am, because it will do more good than bad for everyone. The entire family. I'll be able to see my kids and all that stuff. I'll be able to go to the VA, and I'll be able to get my absentee ballot and vote. Okay, so I can take care of a lot of things, productive things, other than sitting around, a hospital. So I'll be able to do some shit. I plan on going shooting with my son. Plan on eating some good Tex-Mex. Plan on a Costco dog or 2. Maybe a chicken bake, just for the hell of it, just to be a gluttonous pig. And pick up a few trinkets for some friends that have done the same for me. Dave, you're going to get some licorice. Red licorice. No black licorice for you, buddy. If you don't know, you'll figure it out later. I don't want to get into that because then I'll talk for another 20 minutes. And I've already gone 10 minutes since I just checked the time. It's amazing how quick this crap can go. But yeah, I've got dinner planned tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to the grand opening. They had a soft opening last night, but I wasn't up for it. But I can drink. The doctor said unless you do it all the time, initially it will lower the pressure in your eye. Or eyes, plural. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll have a couple beers then, that's for sure. The lighting sucks because it's like, boom, right there. It's 1400 right now, 2 o'clock. I should have done this earlier in the day, but I was busy working on my computer. I'm retiring that computer when I get home. I already have the replacement, so. And then when I go back to the States, I'm probably going to buy a smaller computer, smaller in physical dimensions, smaller. It'll have a lot of memory, but be fast and all that bullshit. Have the best of the best, right? But it'll be smaller, so it's easier to pack around and shit. Yeah. And maybe Costco will have some deals on some SanDisk solid state drives. Because sometimes they run specials and they're pretty damn cheap. Excuse me. I gulped some air with that last one. But that's about it for now. I'm kind of just, like I said, it's 1400, now 1420, 1430. I'm going to just chill until time for dinner. That'll be it. Don't know what we're having yet. We'll figure that out. I'm game for anything. It's the company. It's not the food of why I'm going to dinner. Chances are they'll want full-on food, you know. So if the guys want full-on food, we'll have full-on food. That's okay. I can eat pizza. I just don't eat the whole thing anymore. But yeah, I changed it up a little bit. I bought some apples last night instead of bananas, and they're normal, original when I was growing up size apples, right? Like the size of a baseball, not the size of a fucking watermelon. That size apple has the amount of fiber and amount of fructose in it, so it doesn't increase or spike your glucose, because I'm a diabetic, your levels, because it's busy with the fiber and it's busy with the sugar, so it stays level. Now bananas have quite a bit of sugar in them, not as much fiber, so I've changed it up. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. I'm gonna tape a couple apples to my truck in the hopes that it doesn't get hit again. At least it wasn't me that did it. God dang it, man. Can't win for losing sometimes. But that's life, you know. it's with anything in life, it's how your perspective, how you look at it, how you deal with it. I could be, oh, woe is me, and stomping up and down and cursing. All that does is cause my blood pressure to go up. It actually doesn't. When I get angry, my blood pressure goes down. It's really strange. I got a lot of strange shit with my body, but in terms of that physiological stuff, like caffeine late at night, I sleep better. So anyway, I guess that's about it for now, you know. Apologize for the lighting. Apologize that I'm leaning into the camera because the wind keeps blowing the tripod. But I appreciate your support and, of course, your well wishes after you hear this, which won't be for a few days from now, but I'm going to put a post up on a couple of line groups I'm in and let them know what's going on. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Out for now. Bye. Upside down. Right side up.